Hey, how's school going?
Good.
Yeah, okay, we'll go for a quick rip. Awesome ride.
Yeah.
Good ride, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned to the channel. Like, subscribe. You guys are awesome. Dirty Forks! Hello, welcome back to the channel. So, it's a little foggy here, the screen, but I can't keep it unfoggy because the humidity is so insane here right now. So, I've decided I have to do a lower leg service on my Rockshox fork. It's supposed to be done every 50 hours, so it's definitely hit 50 hours now. So I'm in the process of doing it. I started it and then I thought, well, why am I not filming this? So this is where I'm at now. I've got the fork obviously off the bike, and as you can see, oil is pretty dirty. That's pretty dirty oil in there. And now what I gotta do is I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there with the rags and clean out all the gunk. It's hard to see in there, but it's pretty bad. So it's definitely due. I would say don't ignore this on your forks. If you've got good forks, these are air forks, and you want to take care of them, definitely do this service. These are all seals here, and yeah, they're pretty. Oh yeah, they're pretty messed up, pretty dirty. I mean, yeah. I'm going to take the foam seals out and see what's what here. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. Definitely do, right? So these seals come out, but I'm not going to take them out. So I'm just cleaning them. The seals are not bad at all. You want to check them for cracking around here and up in here, especially in the inside, both sides. And if there is any of that going on, then you want to replace the seal, get a seal kit and replace the seal. You can get the rag in there pretty easy. All right, you see that's coming out pretty, it's not bad. There's a little bit of dirt and whatnot in there. And actually they're dry, which is not good. I'm going to put them in super clean. I'm not going to leave them in there too long. Yeah, you see you've got the two tabs here. Pop those seals out, but I'm not going to do that because there's absolutely nothing wrong with these seals the way they are, and sometimes you don't fix it if it ain't broke, and literally they're clean. Right, this is a service. Put new oil in. Make sure the stanchions are spotlessly clean. And these little guys, the spring retainers for the, there's nothing wrong with these. So I'm just gonna put those back on now. So this is literally it. 5mm, a mallet, Rockshox oil, 15 weight for the lowers. And it's 5 weight for the uppers, and SRAM butter. You also need something like this to get the foam seals out. And as you can see, they're starting to clean up. Now you want these as dry as you possibly can. Right now what we're gonna do is dampen them up with oil, saturate them in oil. You're able to pour while squeezing at the same time, and you have somewhat control over this expensive oil. Like that. You want them saturated. SRAM butter. This stuff is expensive. Other grease you can use to do this, but I really feel like I really like these shocks, and I just feel that you should use what was originally put in. So you just take a little bit. I'm gonna put that on the inside of this, where the foam seals go. There's a little channel there where they sit in. I'm gonna try and show you here. It's gonna be hard to see, unfortunately. See that there? That's a channel on the inside. So I put a little bit of butter in there. The seals go in. Take your time with this. Check to make sure there's no folds or anything in there. And then you take a little bit of butter again, and just in the inside of the seal. And you want to protect those stanchions, because as soon as they start to get any kind of pits in them or scratches or anything like that, then water can get in the legs, and at that point it's really not good for the forks. I'm just gonna clean paper towel, clean those stanchions up all nice. This one here has a little seal on it. This is the one where the rebound adjustment goes on. Just give that little seal a wipe down. I don't know if you saw the dirt there on it. Nice and clean. And then the other side has a seal on the bottom of the screw. Clean that up a little bit. So once you're at this point and you've done all your cleaning, slide these lower legs back on. It's really important that the seals don't get buggered up, that the seals are exactly the way they're supposed to be. And just slide up. Now I'm not going to put them on all the way. We're just pushing them up gently, but you don't want to push them up all the way yet. This part here is where you put the oil. Now we're at the point where we can add the oil. So you don't want to bring the lower legs all the way into seated position. And these seals actually create a vacuum inside the lower legs so that no oil is going to leak out while the fork is upside down. The other thing is, if you go to SRAM.com, suspension forks, what you need to do is look up your make. The make is Rockshox. The model is important, so that it will tell you how many millimeters of oil you need to put into the lower legs. And the oil weight, which is 15 weight for this, is always usually different than the weight for the upper stanchions. If you were to service the uppers, it's usually a 5 weight, at least on these shocks it is. So because I don't have a syringe, I'm just gonna carefully pour this in. I just put a little bit more in, just in case I get a little spillage here. Bring the forks all the way down. That's created the vacuum there. This is the rebound adjustment side, which is the drive side. So we're going to put the bolt with the, right there with the seal on the drive side, which is the rebound adjustment. I'm just going to start that bolt. Allen key to start it. This is a 5 mil Allen on these guys. So now just evenly put even amount of torque on both sides. That one's in. And now that one's in, and check them both again. Feels good. This one here is the this is the rebound adjustment knob. So this does have a little bit of grease on it already, so, and it's perfectly fine, that grease. So I'm just going to replace it, and just by pushing down on it, and what it does is it sits in that seal. There's a channel in there that sits that seal sits in, and it doesn't go anywhere. When things are back together, you're gonna see, as you see here, there's some excess amount of grease here. Say dirt will attach to that grease, and then it will go inside of your fork. Mostly it'll just wear your seals out way faster than what's supposed to be. Pretty easy job. It can be intimidating for some people, but it's actually not that hard to do. By doing this service every 50 hours as they suggest. Putting air back into the fork. I set air pressure in this fork at 110. I mean, there's a time and a place for every tool. And in order to put air in a shock, in an air shock, you need a shock pump. I have a toe peak shock pump. It's the amount of air pressure that you need in a fork. Your regular Schrader pump will not suffice. Alcohol-based cleaner here, which is, I've got isopropyl. I just clean off that stanchion there. On the crown here, because why not? You went this far, you might as well make them look brand new. We've got the air cap replaced back on. We've got 110 pounds of pressure in the tube. Lockout is open. It doesn't matter with the lockout, at least not in the lowers. You must remove all air pressure before you do a lower leg service. And yeah, that's it. Forks look brand new. Got brand new oil in there. Pretty sweet. Seals are all good. Everything's cleaned inside and outside. Sweet. So I think I'll finish this actually with a headset service, because you got the fork off. Might as well clean those bearings and do the headset service. So there's the headset bearings. I swear these are not new. I just cleaned those. They eventually will wear out for sure, but they're great still. So I got some grease on the crown race here. Some fresh grease in the upper and lower head tube. All right, headset all back together. Very nice, fluid motion. I feel absolutely no grit. Sweet, there's no movement. It's awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you can find this useful.